So, Sri Radha Gopalju first, and then Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. We will pay our respects to them, and then we will offer our prayers and seek blessings, please. Yeah, Sri Radha Gopalju, and then Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Preshtai Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste, Saraswata Devin, Gauravani Pachayane, Nirvisesha Sunyavati, Paschatya Desatarini. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam, Sthapitam Yena Bhutale, Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam, Dadadi, Swapadantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasati, Gauravakta Vindaki Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, dear devotees, this was not an expected one. I am paying my pranams and my gratitude to Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja for inspiring and allowing us to get together and pay respects to him so he can give us the blessings. That is what is happening now. We Shri Radha Gopal Ji ki jaya. Shri Radha Gopal Ji ki jaya. Okay.
Let me share again, Mataji.
Right, yeah. So that's what is happening, dear devotees. And when there is a departure of a great Vaishnava, it is an occasion for us to honor them and pray to them. Because who these great Vaishnavas, anything to do with them is only them giving blessings to us. So what we will do today is our senior devotee, Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu, he gave his offering to Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. His Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, he did not take formal sannyasa, but he is a Diksha giving Guru. And that's why he is also addressed as Maharaja, if you hear both addressing. So we would respectfully address as Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja. And I'm going to read the offering from Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu. And after that, and now, as we read the offering of Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu, then if you could please bring the darshan of Sripad Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu on the screen when we start reading the offering. So today, this is what we are fortunate to do. One is we had darshan of Sri Radha Gopalju, and we will hear from Sripad Madhavananda Prabhu about his offering to Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja. That way we get to know more about this Vaishnava. And after that, we can share our offerings to Maharaj. And then we will sing that. Yeah.
Mataji, you broke for a few
connection in and out. I see it. Yeah.
So we heard until after the offerings, we want to offer a bhajan.
Right, bhajan. Yeah. Padma Priya Mataji, will you be able to offer the bhajan? Ohe Vaishnava Thakura?
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Right. And Josna Devi Mataji, Eya Nilo Prema Dhana, Karuna Prachur, is your voice okay to offer that one?
Yeah, Mataji.
When it is time to do so, that's what we are going to do. After we do our individual offerings, we'll sing those two bhajans and then seek blessings. That's what we are going to do for Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. And after that, We just heard that Mahatma Prabhu's mother passed away. So we will sing for her for about 5 minutes or so to honor her also, her departure, and pray for her too. That will be the plan. And Josna Mataji, if you are unable to sing today, please let us know. One of us will do it, depending upon how you feel when your turn comes. Yeah.
Sure, Mataji.
Yeah. So Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu's offering to Sri Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu. I'm going to read that, dear devotees. For those who know Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj and has met, then you may be able to relate more. Otherwise, please take this fortune to hear about this great Vaishnava. So that's Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, a Sharanagata Bhakta that I had an honor to meet and to know and to speak. Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj ki jaya. So this is the offering from Madhavananda Prabhu. After this offering, then I would say something. This is Pujya Pada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. This is by Sripad Madhavananda Prabhu. Madhavananda Prabhu is saying, I spent most of this morning weeping and crying my eyes out in a way I have only done a few times in my life. We got the terrible news that at 2:10 a.m. Indian time, my older god brother, Sejesh, his friend and well-wisher, Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja left his body after an extended period of illness. At the disappearance festivals of great devotees, our revered spiritual master, Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaja, would often quote a verse. This is the verse. Vaishnavera Gunagana, Korile Jivaratrana, Sunuvache Sadhu Guru Mukhe. I have heard from the lips of Sadhu Guru, if you glorify a devotee, you will be delivered very easily. Krishna will be very pleased and you will get his mercy very easily. This is why we are gathering today. There are so many reasons to offer my humble Pushpanjali to Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja. He's a friend, older brother, and a father figure. For many of the disciples of Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaja, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu was someone in whom we strongly felt the presence of our Guru Maharaja. Whenever we would go to Gadagiri, we would first have darshan of Sri Radha Gopalju and then run to see Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu in his small hut. He seemed to always have time for whoever came to see him. He was a good listener, wise, caring, and always had some Gopal Prasadam, sweet remembrance of our Guru Maharaj, and some good advice to offer. For those who have met Maharaj, you can relate this more. If you had an opportunity to meet Maharaj, speak to him and hear from him, you would be able to relate to these words. Although shortly after the disappearance of our Guru Maharaj, there were some instances in madness of that time wherein Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu was sadly treated very badly by some of our God brothers. He never pushed for retaliation, complained, or criticized anyone. Whenever I had this association, I felt that he was truly equal to all. So far, these are the saintly qualities that we have heard. First one was how he has always had time, good listener, wise, caring, always had some Gopal Prasadam, sweet remembrances of Guru Maharaj and good advice for everybody. And second one, this, especially Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, though he was not understood properly and not treated well, he never retaliated, never said anything, any fault against anyone, though he was being accused. And these devotees, they have done their services. Their services were pretty big. So if anything has happened to them, they were pretty big. And these devotees, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj never retaliated, never complained, never criticized anyone. And Prabhu is saying, I felt that he was truly equal to all. And then next, due to his devotion and expertise in management, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu was chosen by our Guru Maharaj to be the president at ISKCON Bhubaneswar. In the early 90s, and please hear this part, how compassionate he was. In the early 90s, for many of us, Videshi Western foreign devotees, coming to Bhubaneswar, Odisha was a bit of a culture shock. The simple prasadam with daily dalma and rice with stones in it. Yeah. And for those of us who came from India, we can relate to that prasadam, dalma and rice with stones in it. The smells in India, the humidity and heat, the language, and the third world infrastructure could be overwhelming. In those early days, this is what the devotees in the Western bodies, they have gone through in the early days when they came there. It was not like our opulent native homes in US, Europe, and Australia, seeing that we sometimes felt a bit lost. Chaitanya Chandra was there for us. He was like a loving father, older brother who took care of everyone and could understand the Western mentality. Our Guru Maharaja instructed Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu to travel with him as his assistant in the West, especially during his visits to Australia. I have many sweet memories of helping Chaitanya Chandra in his services to our Guru Maharaj when he accompanied him in the States in 1994. He showed me how to cook some of the traditional Odishan items that our Guru Maharaj liked from his childhood. This is about the personal, speaking about the personal qualities of this great devotee and how his dependence is on Gopalju and his Gurudev is extraordinary. And Madhvananda Prabhu is speaking. Later, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj was asked to take care of the temple of Sri Sri Radha Gopalji in Gadaigiri. From one perspective, you might think that was a step down in his responsibilities and position. For after all, it was a small temple in a tiny village with poor infrastructure, hours away from any city, quite unlike the huge temple of ISKCON Bhubaneswar, which to this day is the second most popular Vaishnava temple in all of the Odisha, the first being Jagannath Mandir. Yet, Chaitanya Chandra never complained. After his transfer to Gadaigiri, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, he never complained. Rather, he was always grateful for and fully absorbed in serving Sri Sri Radha Gopalji, the beloved deities of Gaur Govinda Maharaja that have been worshipped by his family in Gadaigiri for almost 400 years. When his health was better, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu used to personally cook for Gopal. It was one of his favorite services. He would spend hours in the kitchen, making wonderful preparation for the deities. Later, when on the urging of various god brothers, he started accepting disciples, he taught them the art of cooking for Gopal. To this day, whenever we return from a visit to Gopal, everyone greets us with requests for some of Gopal's famous prasadam. He had a striking mood in his management. This is true, dear devotees. With a little bit of interaction I have had with this great devotee, he had a striking mood in his management. He saw Gopal in charge of everything. After devotees started coming to Gadaigiri to stay at the temple, inevitably there would be a few angry and crazy characters who caused troubles. Devotees would go to him and complain, "This person is doing this or that," often serious, justified complaints. He would shrug, smile in his sweet way, and in a quiet, peaceful voice, radiating faith, he says, "Gopal is in charge. He will take care." I would repeat these words. He would shrug, smile in his sweet way, and in a quiet, peaceful voice, radiating faith, say, "Gopal is in charge. He will take care." And indeed, Gopal always did. A few days or weeks later, that troublesome person would either change their mood or get some inner inspiration to leave. And I don't recall any big dramas. Gopal was in charge. And next is mood. That's about dependence on Gopalju, Sri Radha Gopalju. And his mood in preaching and accepting disciples. Although he became an official recognizing guru and for a few years regularly traveled to Bali, as well as a few countries in Europe, mostly Switzerland and Germany, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja was always under the radar, meaning he was always very quiet, humble, and unassuming. He was sometimes accused of being a separatist because both he and his followers mostly kept to themselves. However, I never saw him as being against anyone. He just wanted to avoid large assemblies of mixed groups of devotees where you might find criticizing and politics going on. His Sangha was and is very sweet and intimate. Many of his disciples came to Gadaigiri to get his association. They literally moved from different countries just to come to this remote area, Gadaigiri, and to just live there under the care of Sri Radha Gopalju and Maharaj. So many of his disciples came to Gadaigiri to get his association, serve Sri Radha Gopalju, and drink the daily 3 to 4 hours, sometimes more of Bhagavata Katha that he would give. He usually gave talks based on the extensive notebooks he kept of our Guru Maharaja's Kathas. When devotees would praise his lectures, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu would shrug and say, "They are not my words. I was just repeating from my Guru Maharaja." I will pause here and tag on to His Grace Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu's offering, because with my fortunate meeting with Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, I could relate to what Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu is saying. So in that way, my offering is also tagged on to my senior godbrother's offering, Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu. And before I make any offering, I wanted to mention this to you, dear devotees. Today, my realization, as I was trying to get ready to spend this time for Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, the realization that I had, I would like to share this with you. First one is that it is our fortune that we are getting this time to receive blessings from these Vaishnavas. That's one thing. Because I was thinking, there is so many and this is not planned. Maybe I'll just do it myself, like that, and many other things. But in spite of that, this is happening. So that is our fortune. Second thing is, dear devotees, I'm taking this as a blessing from Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. For all of us, at a given point in our spiritual journey, we will be given necessary faith, and we will depend on Guru and Krishna to the extent possible in our capacity at that point of time in spiritual journey. We will be given that. And we just have to be grateful for that. We have to be assured, dear devotees, we have to be assured that whatever faith and the dependence and the strength that we need in our spiritual journey, at that given point of time, we will be given. All of us in our journey, we are in the beginning phase, so we will be given what is required for us at this time. And as we go on like that, sincere, then as our journey is going on, we will be given more and more and more and more. proportional to our journey. So we don't have to be in anxiety. We don't have to feel lost or overwhelmed. We will be given, assured. So what we have now is so much assured now, and the rest of it is also assured. As we go on in the journey, we will be given proportionately. That realization, that assurance, I am taking that as a blessing from Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja. As I was getting ready to honor, to gather all of us to honor his departure, I would take that as the blessing from Maharaja for this particular assurance and realization from this Sharanagata Bhakta. Such great assurance. Yeah. And on that note, Sripad Madhavananda Prabhu already mentioned everything. When I went to Gadaigiri, he was the only person that I have expressed why I went to Gadaigiri for the very first time. And after Maharaj heard what I had to say, he said, yes, Radha Gopalji are mysterious. And he also said, whoever comes for darshan of Radha Gopalji, it's not accidental. Yeah. And that is there. And the other thing Maharaj was saying, I wanted to mention regarding Radha Gopalji. Yeah, the dependence. Maharaj was saying how he was here in the rural place and the construction has started, and how there was need of funds, because when there is a huge temple like that and the offering has to go on, he was Maharaj said he was looking for a source of income to the temple so the temple can go on. So they focused on, these are all Maharaj sharing the information. They focused on books initially. That did not go well. And they focused on incense sticks or something like that, the puja samagri to sell and to run the temple on those funds and donations. And that did not go well. Then Maharaj said, I put everything aside. This Gadaigiri is a tapobhumi, is a place of austerity and sadhana. One thing. Second thing Maharaj said was, Gadaigiri is Gupta Vrindavan. Gupta is hidden Vrindavan. So that's why he said these two things, Maharaj. And then Maharaj said, since then, we completely depend on Sri Radha Gopalji for the maintenance of everybody here and for the maintenance of everything here. And he said that. So there is no planned program for the funds to run the temple there. That is pretty big dependence on the deities to run a temple, which needs really practically something. And the third thing, Maharaj gave this example. One day during COVID season was recently something I heard. But even before that, in the early days, he said there was a time where there were no funds at all. And he was thinking, he was talking to Radha Gopalji, how he can offer the bhoga. Can we mute, Prabhu? Yeah. How we can offer the bhoga to the lordships. He was thinking like that. And because the aarti has to go on, the bhoga has to go on in the temple, and that's a huge temple too. 2 or 3 days after that, Maharaj said he got a call from somewhere and they gave some thousands of dollars of donation. And that lasted for months and months for Radha Gopalji. So like that, one thing after the other, one thing after the other, the maintenance of Radha Gopalji and all the depends of Radha Gopalji there just happens like that. And that is the mood of Gadaigiri. Total dependence on the deities there. They don't know where the funds come from, how they come from. They just come like that. And so that is the dependence of Maharaj, mood of dependence of Maharaj on Sri Radha Gopalji. not only his personal dependence, but practically for the residents of Gadagiri, everybody, they were sustaining on Mara's dependence on the deities, Radha Gopalji. Not only that, as Madhavananda Prabhu was saying, even for the practical solution for the problems too, Gopal is in charge. Shrug peacefully and with a voice radiating with faith, as Sripad Madhavananda Prabhu said, Gopal will take care of it. A Sharanagata Bhakta, one of the very few Sharanagata Bhaktas that I have met. Such total dependence. Such total dependence. That's his dependence on the deities and the dependence on his Gurudev, his beloved Gurudev. That's something. And so, as Madhavananda Prabhu was saying, Chaitanya his schedule is to have darshan and speak for at least 3-4 hours. When he is there in Gadagiri, that should happen 3-4 hours, starting from around say 10:30, later part, about 3 to 4 hours, like that. And his Bhagavad Katha, as Madhavananda Prabhu is saying, is not so much about commentary from there, it was not so much literature based. It was based on what his Gurudev's Vani is. He compiled everything in his notebooks and he would just repeat. Imagine he's doing that for 3-4 hours a day, every time, from that books, the Vani of his Gurudev. And when somebody is saying, like this, oh, the Katha is so good, so whatever gratitude they have to express, he would just simply say this. There is no change in the expression, no agitation, nothing. This sage, this saintly person is like, I'm simply speaking my Guru Maharaj words. Ooh, such a sthita prajna. Least disturbance at any point of time in his interactions. Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. And the katha is so sweet, so sweet. It is soaked with Sharanagati, soaked with the dependence on Guru and Krishna. Actually, I was quite sick during my visit there. When I went there and when I had fortune to visit the Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, I was so sick that I couldn't get up from bed. And I think my stay was like for about 4 or 5 days in Gadagiri. And I couldn't get up from the bed, but I was longing to go hear the Katha of Maharaj. Yes, darshan of the deities was there, but my longing was to go sit there and hear the Katha of Maharaj. That was taking precedence than the darshan of the deities. Such was his Katha. Soaked with Ashraya. Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. All glories to him. So that's dependence on Sri Guru and Sri Radha Gopalji and his qualities we already mentioned. I think rest of them all, Sripada Madhavananda Prabhu, beautifully covered. And I already shared the realization that I just had, and I'm taking that as a great assuring prasad from the Sharanagata Bhakta. Oh, how wonderful is this? That the verse is there, why we got here today. And we have recited that verse in the very beginning. And that is from Vaishnavira Gunagana, right? Vaishnavira Gunagana, Korile Jivaratrana, Swiniyache Sadhu Guru Mukhe. We have just recited that verse. But these verses, they come into life. So that's the realization. And that's from Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj ki Jaya. And I think, yeah, that is all from my side, dear devotees. And if there is anything from any one of you, you may please share. And then we will hear those two bhajans. And that would honor both Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj and also mother of Mahatma Prabhu, honoring their departure. Yeah. Yes, dear devotees, anything from you? Did anybody of you get a chance to meet His Grace Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj?
No, Mataji.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And by this time, you have a little glimpse of what this sadhu is like. Yeah, you have heard. Oof. When we meet these sadhus like this, that's when we know, oh, this is what Sharanagati means. Oh, this is what bhakti means. This is what bhakti means. I mean, reading in the Shastra, all that is one thing. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha is something else. So, okay. Then maybe we can move on to the bhajan. Yeah. First, Ohe Vaishnava Thakura, and then Ayanil Premadana Vaishnava Thakura.
Krishna Mataji.
Hari Hari, yeah.
I don't think I have any qualification to say about these great Vaishnavas. Through you, we have the good fortune of hearing and knowing about them. The only thing, the throughout when you were telling about him, the thing that was striking me was his dependence on Gopalji, his dependence on Gopalji. And recently from Haldar Maharaj's Katha also, it's dependence on the Lord. And I was just praying for it. But I think after that, but that prayer has little agitation also in it, like, oh, we are so far away, kind of. But after that, what you said is that we will be given that. We will be given that whenever we come to that stage, the dependence will come depending on where we are. So the whole katha, the whole talk which we had about Maharaj, we learned about what Sharanagat Bhakta is, knowing what the great devotee means, an assurance that being in this Guru Parampara, we will also get it. So thank you, Mataji. Again, whenever we say Guru Parampara, we always get everything through you. So we always bow down to you, Mataji, for that. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. And yes, my reciprocation to bowing down to each one of you for your sincere Sangha. But yeah, isn't that beautiful, that assurance? That assurance. Right now, we are here only in the beginning stages of bhakti. We are already given that the faith that is needed for us, and the assurance, the faith that is needed, the strength that is needed, and the dependence also that is needed. Otherwise, we wouldn't crave this much. We wouldn't crave this much. We would just do a formal bhakti, checklist bhakti. But fortunately, if you look and see, this is not so much about checklist bhakti that is happening with us. There is a little more that is happening, little more mercy and grace that is there. And that is the mercy that is already there that we need at this point of time. That's why we are able to go on with whatever little bit of taste that is there. The taste may not be super big, but it is there so much so that can propel us to our next stage, like that. And today, with the grace of this Sharanagata Bhakta, with the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja, I'm stating this, sharing this, reinforcing it, cherishing it, that we can be assured that our dependence, sweet dependence, natural dependence on Guru and Krishna, and the strength and the taste will proportionately get big, will proportionately get big as we go, as we are taken further. So for that assurance, I am greatly cherishing that assurance too. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj ki jaya. Vaishnava Thakur ki jaya. Oh, feeling very satisfied, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaja. Thank you for giving this opportunity to glorify you for our own benefit. Yeah. And yes, please. Oh, hey, Vaishnava Thakur. And then Neela Premadano. That will be followed by 5 minutes of Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Mother of Mahatma Prabhu. That's what we are going to do. Yes, please. Padma Priya Mataji, you may please sing.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah. Oh, hey Vaishnava.
Can you bring the lyrics, Prabhu? Yeah, thank you. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes. Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, He Dase Karuna Kori.
Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, He Dase Karuna Kori.
Diya pada chaya, shodho he amaya, tomara charana dhori.
Diya pada chaya, shodho he amaya, tomara charana dhori.
Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, He Dase Karuna Kori.
Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, He Dase Karuna Kori.
Chaya Bega Domi, Chaya Dosa Sodi, Chaya Guna Deho Dase.
Chaya dosha sodi, chaya guna
Chaya Satsanga, Deho He Amare, Bose Chi Sangera Se. Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, He Dase Karuna Kori.
Oh,
एकाकी आमारा नाही पाया बल हरिनाम संकीर्तने तुमी कृपा कोरी श्रद्धा बिंदु दिया देहो कृष्ण नाम दाने
तुमी कृपा करी देहो
ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर हे दासे करुणा कोरी
ओ हे
कृष्ण से तो मार कृष्ण दीते पार तोमार शक्ति आचे।
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
है तो
तुम्हारा
पार, कृष्ण
कृष्ण
के
के
पार,
पार
तुम्हारा
तुम्हारा शक्ति
शक्ति
आछे।
आमी तो कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली, धाई तव पाछे पाछे।
आमी तो
तो
कंगाल,
कंगाल
कृष्ण
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 बोली,
बोली
आई
धाई
तब
तव
पाछे
पाछे।
पाछे।
ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा कोरी।
ओ
वैष्णव ठाकुर,
ठाकुर
द्वार
दयार
सागर,
सागर हे
दासे
दासी
करुणा
करुणाकोरी।
ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा कोरी।
ओ वैष्णव
वैष्णव
ठाकुर,
ठाकुर
द्वार सागर, दासे करुणा
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Jyotsna Mataji, do you think you can offer?
Yes, Mother.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Thank you. Prabhu, should I share my screen, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
जे आनिलो प्रेम धन करुणा प्राचु, जे आनिलो
ओ प्रेमानन
करुणा
करुणा प्रचुर।
हेनो प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर, हेनो प्रभु
प्रभु
कोथा गेला
आचार्य
आचार्य
ठाकुर,
ठाकुर। कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूपा, कहाँ सनातन, कहाँ
स्वरूप
रूपा
कहाँ कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन, कहाँ दास
रघुनाथ
पतित
पावन, कहाँ मोरा भट्ट जुगा, कहाँ कबीरा, कहाँ
भट्ट जुगा
एक काली को था गेला गौरा नटरा,
एक
पाषाणे कुटीबो माथा, अनले पशीबो, गौरंग गुणेर निभी, कोथा गेले पाबो,
बोले रानी
कोठा पिया
के
मेरे
से सब संगीरा संगी जे कोई लोबिला
से
से
सब
सब संगीरा
संगे
जी
जे
कोई
कोई से संग न पाइया कांडे नरोत्तम दास से संग न पाइया कांडे नरोत्तम दास जे आनिलो प्रेम धन करुणा प्राचु जे आनिलो प्रेम Translation: He who brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Advaita Acharya gone?
Where are my Swarupa Damodara and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunath Dasa, the savior of the fallen?
Where are my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? And where is Krishnadasa Kaviraja? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go?
I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities?
Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all these devotees and whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Dasa simply weeps.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Beta. Sripada Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj ki Jaya. Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj ki Jaya. Shri Shri Radha Gopal Ju ki Jaya. Vaishnava Thakur ki Jaya. Vaishnava Tirobhava Utsava ki Jaya. This is Tirobhava Utsava, Viraha Utsava. When a devotee leaves, there are two feelings here. One is Viraha and the other one is Utsaha. Viraha because it is heart aching for the devotees for the devotees that are left behind, like us. If I am feeling like this with moments of association with the Maharaj, I don't know. Madhvananda Prabhu, as he mentioned in his offering, the whole Gadaigiri is just in tears. Not just Gopal Jews, family there, the dependents, the servants there, but whole Gadaigiri is drowned in tears. So it is a lot of viraha, painful, very painful, devastating separation for them. At the same time, the Vaishnavas, when they're leaving this body, it is only to enter into the spiritual realm. That is Nitya Leela. That's why we say, Namo Om Nitya Leela Praveshta Ashtottara. So when the Vaishnava is leaving the body, it is only to enter into the eternal pastimes. The spiritual body is entering into the eternal pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And that is why we are celebrating Utsava. Happy for their destination. Happy for them to be in the eternal pastimes, but heart aching for us. So that's why these are Viraha Utsavas when the Vaishnavas depart. So Vaishnava Thakur ki Jaya. So Prabhu, if we could just bring in the darshan of Sri Sri Radha Golokananda, we will do Kirtana.